By the way, how about them pants on the Miz, huh? That was
Yeah.
something. Huh? You guys like that? Keith, you like that?
It's kind of the best thing the Miz has done in a really long time, you know.
Yeah, it
MC
really was.
Hammer would be real proud of him.
Yeah,
He's getting there.
he looked surprisingly natural in them. It seemed like he was pretty comfortable wearing them. He honestly, it kind of fit him. And that was
And at
also
least we know
super
what's happening with
comfortable.
Rosa now. At least, hey, she's not with the Matadors, but I mean, she came out with the Miz. That
Uh-huh.
counts for something, right?
yeah. I
Maybe
was
they'll
just
be the
gonna say
Mizadors.
we got the return of Rosa out of it. So I mean, we'll see if she sticks around with the Miz or if that was just a one-time thing for her to be, the
On
Summer
TV
Rae
once this
for
year.
Miz.
That being said, I mean, it's good that they're giving Fandango this feud with the Miz because Fandango is a wrestler. I saw him a lot as Johnny Curtis on NXT. One of the 3 people that actually cared about Johnny Curtis, apparently, and he's a great wrestler. He's a really, really good ring worker, and the Johnny Curtis character was good because it was weird. I definitely missed that character. Did you two ever watch Johnny Curtis when he was before Fandango?
It was before
Negatory.
my time in watching NXT.
That was one of the craziest things. They had like a 3-week long thing where they actually kidnapped Matt Striker. And it was hilarious because during the NXT show, you would see that he's kidnapped, right? But then you would see like superstars or something, and Matt Striker's commentating. And then next week, he's magically kidnapped again. And they're like, well, no one's seen Matt Striker. It's like, yeah, he's commentating the other show. That's exactly where he is.
So basically,
just
they've
one of those
distilled wrestling down to its purest form on the old NXT.
And it was beautiful, man.
Beautiful.
It was beautiful. But now we're seeing him with The Miz, a guy that we've talked about before. Ever since his WrestleMania main event with John Cena, he's pretty much gone nowhere. I mean, he was the host of SummerSlam, but what is that? He's almost going back to being the host of Friday Night SmackDown like he was when he first came in. But now we're seeing sort of like this little feud happening between them where it's not even about the wrestling, as we saw in SummerSlam and on Raw. It's simply about these 2 really arrogant, cocky characters that are almost neither face or heel, just sort of try to one-up each other.
Full discretion, I don't watch it, so correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't he commentate Superstars or something like that these days?
Main event.
He commentates The Miz?
Main event.
He
Main
commentates
event.
main event. Yeah.
Okay. So he is kind of doing something, it's just not from a wrestling aspect.
Well, I mean, now
Yeah,
he's
I was actually
involved in this
listening
feud.
to... Exactly. He's getting involved in this feud, and that was horrible. I gotta cut this. But I was listening to The Art of Wrestling with Cole Cabana, and in that episode, Cole actually asked him what his thoughts were on the whole, the WrestleMania downgrade, basically, going from main eventing WrestleMania all the way to what he's doing. And The Miz was talking about the fact that, yeah, he definitely strives to go for the main event, but he's trying to just sort of make the best of what's going on. So you could definitely sense that there was sort of that disappointment with what was going on, but at least he's trying to make the best out of a probably dull situation in his life right now. But he has a Maurice, so I mean, really,
What is a dull situation?
doesn't really
at
matter
that
what
point?
you do. You have Maurice.
Yeah.
And hey, at least he's getting a wrestling program right now. He's not the host of Night of Champions. They're actually going to give him someone to work with. So, I mean, it's better than last month, so it's good. Because Fandango did really need a feud too, because I feel like he's lost a lot of steam since WrestleMania.
And to be fair, most of that, I would go as far as to say, wasn't even his fault. The whole Fandangoing thing. I mean, you guys were at WrestleMania, and Keith, you went to Raw
That
the
is
night
my
after.
child.
There was something. You were not the one that started it. Come on.
I
man. You
am
were one of how many
I am
thousands?
1/20,000th heir to the Fandangoing legacy. Thank you very much. I
You were probably
fandangoed
like the
all the
last
way
guy. It's
back
like,
to
oh,
my
well,
hotel.
everybody's doing it.
That
Just
is
might
not
as well
true.
go
That
for
is
it.
not true, sir. Penalty box for you again.
I mean, all they had to do with the Fandangoing was just have Fandango hate it, and the crowd would have done it more. Now it's really only the really big, smarky-ish cities kind of do it now, the really hot crowds. Other than that, it's really non-existent anywhere else you go.
Then one of the reasons they do it a lot is because his Titantron is actually duh, like the actual text, and like the thing that
is it
it's
really?
the same thing as like an applause sign. Yeah, yeah. Look, they try to hide it, but if you go to WWE.com or their YouTube channel, they have his Titantron video up. It for like the first 30 seconds, it's just a da da da.
Wow.
Look it up. Seriously, I mean. That's for the reason most of the people do it. And once again, you are just forcing it down their throats. That's why I'm really happy with Daniel Bryan.
I feel like I want to put my child up for adoption. Yeah. Hey, mine was a good segue.
Before I'm gonna jump in the middle of that segue and stop you just for 1 second, because I did want to make a point that I know I've said to you guys before. With the whole Fandangoing thing, and a lot of the reason it died down is because the analogy I've used before, where WWE is like the uncool parents when they really embrace something like that, and they kind of tried to take over the Fandangoing thing and, you know, force it back at you, and it's not really cool anymore because it's not the crowd's thing anymore. It's like, oh, they kind of took it away from the crowd and they wanted to do it their way.
Well, let me run this analogy by you. As a wrestling fan, Vince McMahon is kind of our weird uncle that tries to be funny way too hard.
I would agree with that.
Huh. Yeah. Yeah, I got nothing.
But every once in a while he's got a good joke, I guess, right?
And we get to see his ass. When's the last time we saw Vince McMahon's ass on TV?